You wake up while it's still dark outside. A harsh sound suddenly goes off right next to your head. You immediately open your eyes, reach over to turn it off, and stare at the glowing numbers on the screen. Just a few minutes later, you leave the place where you sleep to prepare for another place where you'll spend almost your entire day. You sit inside concrete boxes, move through crowds of strangers, repeat the same tasks thousands of times, eat in a hurry, spend more time looking at screens than at actual human faces. Then night comes. You return home, close the door, and spend the rest of your evening in silence. If an ancient human saw the way we live today, what would they think? Would they see this as the peak of civilization, or would they see humans living in a deeply unnatural way? For almost all of human history, humans never lived like this. Ancient humans didn't live by clocks. They didn't wake up to alarms. They didn't spend most of their lives working for strangers inside enclosed structures. They lived according to sunlight, weather, seasons, and the body's natural rhythms. Most of the time, humans lived in small groups of around 20 to 50 people. They slept close together for warmth and safety. They ate together, hunted together, raised children together. Almost no one existed completely separated from the community. Their lives were undoubtedly far harder than ours. There was disease, predators, hunger, brutal winters, but at the same time, life followed an entirely different rhythm. Once the day's survival needs were over, people rested. They sat around fires telling stories, crafted tools, made ornaments, observed nature, played with children, spoke to each other for hours. Humans existed beside one another almost constantly. To an ancient human, the idea of a modern person spending years inside a small apartment, working most of the day, and rarely feeling truly connected to a community would probably seem incredibly strange. The human brain did not evolve in cities. It did not evolve to live among thousands of strangers while still feeling alone. It did not evolve to sit motionless for hours beneath artificial light. And it certainly did not evolve to endure constant pressure surrounding productivity, schedules, and personal achievement. For hundreds of thousands of years, the most important thing for human survival was the tribe. If you became separated from the group, your chances of survival dropped dramatically. You were more likely to starve, more vulnerable to attack, and more likely to be left behind. Because of this, the human brain evolved to treat social connection as a survival need. That's why modern humans still feel genuine pain when ignored, isolated, or excluded from a group. Humans also evolved in a world filled with natural movement. We were built to walk long distances every day, observe nature, respond to real sounds, real light, and real dangers. But modern life places that ancient brain into a completely different environment. Today, we spend most of our lives sitting still, staring at screens, following rigid schedules, dealing with constant financial pressure, and rarely allowing the mind to fully rest. The same brain that once helped humans survive in nature now has to adapt to emails, deadlines, traffic, urban noise, and endless technological stimulation. To an ancient human, modern people might look like creatures that are constantly busy, but not truly alive. Ancient humans faced physical danger. Modern humans face psychological exhaustion. Ancient humans lived close to nature. Modern humans live closer to screens than to sunlight. Ancient humans spent most of their lives with their tribe. Modern humans spend most of their lives working beside people they may not feel deeply connected to. Ancient humans were rarely alone for long periods of time. Modern humans can go weeks without experiencing a truly deep emotional connection. Today, we have softer beds, safer homes, more abundant food, more powerful technology. Yet at the same time, we also experience more anxiety, more loneliness, more distraction, and more exhaustion than ever before. What would probably shock ancient humans the most is not the internet or modern technology. It's the fact that modern civilization seems to have slowly pushed humans further and further away from the way the human brain was originally designed to live. Ancient humans would probably admire many things about the modern world: medicine, safety, the ability to survive disease and natural disasters, the ability to preserve the knowledge of an entire civilization. But they might also feel deeply confused by the way we exist, confused by why so many people are, always rushing, always stressed, always exhausted, yet rarely feeling truly fulfilled. For most of human history, life revolved around surviving together, but modern society slowly turned productivity into humanity's highest value. We traded time for work, silence for constant stimulation, community for independence, and real human connection for increasingly isolated lives. Modern humans may have never lived more comfortably than we do today. But it's also possible that we have never lived this far from our natural human nature. This channel exists to explore why modern humans think, feel, and behave the way they do. When the ancient human brain collides with modern civilization,